there.
What's going on?
Oh shit! Just heading up to bowling. I was camping over the weekend when you called.
No, that's quite all right, man. We had an amazing night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those things were great. Dude, we were up until like 4:30 in the morning.
Really?
It was so much fun, though.
Did you learn anything interesting about yourself?
Yeah, I learned that I like to look at countertops.
Did you learn that you like to look at countertops?
Yeah.
Did you see anything interesting in them?
Dude, there was like all these crazy patterns jumping out.
Any nice faces in there for you to chat with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, they were making all kind of weird faces. Because it's got like that granite marble look to it. So at first it started looking like it was liquid, like the liquid crystal shit merging together.
That's awesome.
And then it went to then I could see like the bigger paths. So it started showing me like little paths between the marble, like you would trail through it. And then I started seeing faces in it.
So the paths led you to faces?
Hell yeah, they did.
What'd you learn from the faces? Did you like look at any of them and say, man, you've seen some stuff, you've experienced some things?
I see one and I was like, dude, this is a crazy looking fucking kangaroo.
Oh, it was a kangaroo face?
It was like a weird looking kangaroo face with like an evil smile. I'm like, what the fuck?
Man, they say if you see a kangaroo, Australia's in your future.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It could be either you go to Australia or you find a nice Australian.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. You be on the lookout for Australians.
We were sitting there staring at this thing, and I was. And they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I love this counter. I was sitting there staring at the fire, and they had this speaker, and it had like the LED shit going.
Yeah.
And I was holding my beer can, I was staring at it, and I just started thinking of Willy Wonka when they're going through the tunnel. Everyone's like, what are you doing, man? I'm like, I look at like, there's no earthly way of knowing. Like, okay. Started dying laughing after that.
You should have poked a hole in the bottom of your beer can after you drank it all and looked through the bottom, through the mouth of it. So you got to look through the bottom of the little hole and look through the mouth at the fire.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Why would you have? But there's no earthly way, so.
Friday, we laid down on the carpet. I'm like, here, man. He's like, okay, what? I'm like, lay down. He's like, all right. I'm like, feel it? He starts giggling. He's like, yeah, I feel like I melted into the floor. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Isn't that nice? That was just your body relaxing and absorbing and getting rid of all the pressures that it has and just being part of that's cool.
No. So it was towards the end of the night where I started feeling like, for some reason, I went to thinking I was getting, nauseated. I'm like, no, fuck that. So I started doing breathing. And then when I started breathing, I was hearing shit, like different shit within my body. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just your body communicating with you?
Yeah. It's like you can just hear like your heart like talking to you and shit.
Telling you, man, how are you treating me? What are we doing? That's good. You know all the breathing techniques, so you're probably treating your body halfway decent, huh?
Yeah, no, for sure. Because as soon as I started doing it, I'm like, we're not going this route.
That's cool.
So I started breathing in, breathing out. I'm like, oh, look at that.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah.
And then I started staring outside the room I was in. I was like staring outside the doorway because there was light outside, and it's like the room was breathing.
You just became at peace with yourself and the environment you're in. That's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
That's super cool.
This is sweet. It was like I had to get in the right spot on this air mattress, and once I did, that was it. I'm like, yep, there it is.
is. Yeah, it's the perfect distribution of weight through this air. What is air in a mattress? Would it's so so if it was water in there, it wouldn't be the viscosity, because it would be weight. It would be your weight applied to your mass applied to the volume of water, but the water can only travel so far, so it's kind of the same. What would that be considered? Your mass pressing down on air, but the air is only
pound per square inch.
Yeah, probably, right? Because the air can only go so far, because it's trapped within the plastic or the rubber compound.
Yeah.
So it's figuring out, because if you got too much air over on one side, then it's going to cause your body to be uneven and unhinged.
Yeah.
God.
It was so much fun, man.
That's awesome.
We had a blast, man. So I look at my brother. So after he got married, I look at him. I'm like, I'm ready to go eat some mushrooms. He's like, let's go. So we went upstairs and we just ate a handful of mushrooms. Then we went downstairs and we were getting ready to eat. And I'm just like in the garage, just like staring at just different shit, just zoning out. Just looking around, like not even really thinking anything, just blank.
Sometimes you don't need to think, right?
Right. That's what made it awesome.
Yeah. That's super cool. Dude, you're making my day right now listening to this.
No, dude, it was awesome, man. So they were my niece and nephew. They were like, "Oh man, we did this before, nothing, and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "You guys had some bad shit." Like, there's no way. I'm like, they're like, "No, we ate like the whole bag. We felt nothing." I'm like, "Yeah, those are shit mushrooms." Like, no, you can. So they ate like 3 of these. You're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, then we can feel something." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I told you, it's shit mushrooms. You eat this whole bag and you be fucked."
Yeah.
So that's what we did, though. We just did moderations, and it just maintained it. It was awesome.
That's awesome to hear, dude. That's super cool. I know you're a mushroom man.
Hell yeah, dude. So at first, I think that the first time I did it, man, I did it on empty stomach, and you probably should, right? Because I think I read something about it. But when I did it, I was drinking a bunch of alcohol with it. And I don't think that helped my cause. I ended up getting sick.
Yeah.
So maybe it put me off for a minute.
Yeah.
And then after talking with you, you're like, no, pop a few and then see how you are. Pop some more. And that's exactly what we did.
That's awesome. That's
for the people help too. Because when you're with the right people, the vibe is like right there, dude. And you just maintain that.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting, when you have different varieties and different groups of people into you, and like whether you're doing tasks and stuff, like a lot like how you were able to see it through different avenues though, and you were able to let yourself completely shut off and be thought free, which that's amazing. That's such a cool feeling, and that's hard to do in just any time life.
Like
So.
I didn't, everyone kept asking me, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just waiting to eat," because I was carrying around this catheter bag. I'm like, I'm not going to stand there and slow everybody down. I'm just waiting. And really, I just didn't want to get up, and I was content just doing what I was doing, just sitting there.
It's funny because people that just look at you like it's like, come on, are you going to do something? You're doing something, and you're just like, sometimes you just don't want to do anything. You don't want to perform. You don't want to, do anything. You just want to be present.
And that was me doing something, not doing anything.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's super cool.
So my brother noticed it, and he's like, "Thomas," and I look over at him, and he just winks at me. And my mom, and I smiled at him and winked back. My mom's like, "What's that about?" I'm like, "I don't know." Just wink back.
Oh, good. I love it.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much fun that was, dude.
It's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
He was like, "Dude, you should have brought more." I'm like, I didn't know how much we were going to eat, dude.
Did you guys eat the whole bag?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
There was like 4 of us.
That's cool. You guys did good for a weekend then. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it worked.
Yeah, that's a good amount for a weekend, man. That's really cool. You guys had to have a hell of that's awesome, dude. Fuck.
Well, it really was. Like when I called you, I wanted to put you on speakerphone so you could hear from Benny Peg Dave because I gave him the card. Oh. And he was like, I don't know him. I'm like, exactly. Like, well, why'd you give this to me? I'm like, exactly. And then he was like, so who is he? And I showed him. He was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, how do you get it? He's like,
That's awesome, dude.
So that's why I was trying to get that speakerphone real fast, because those was around us.
It's funny. Yeah.
We were laying in his bed, like, side by side. And I'm like shoulder to shoulder. I'm like, I feel like we're like mummified right now. He's like, yeah, me too. Because we were like laying still, not moving. And then he's sitting there in his pajama pants. He's like, look at my feet. We looked down. We just started laughing.
That's so awesome. Oh my god. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. David. Good time.
That's so awesome. I'm so glad you had a great time, dude.
Yeah, man.
And everybody,
it was awesome.
Everybody else, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And we didn't want to leave that room because we were like, dude, the vibes are all in here.
Yeah. Nah, they're wherever you go.
So that was just it though, because as soon as we left the room, there was this fight that broke out with two brothers that were there.
Oh no.
We were like, what the fuck happened?
Oh yeah, that's intense.
And we were like, whoa.
Yep.
What's going on?
Let's go back to that room. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, we gotta get back upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. Good man. All right.
Wonderful time.
Yeah. Have a safe travel.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Right.
We'll talk to you later, buddy.
See ya. Bye.
Yep, bye.